Welcome. It's another edition of Coffee with the Goose. You know, we talk about things that are interesting, fascinating, and irritating. Yeah, I'm the Goose, and up and at 'em, and had a nap after our trip to and from Vegas, feeling good again. Today's a new day, right? No matter what happens to each and every one of us, good or bad, the good Lord gives us more time to work with and more time to correct our mistakes and all that nonsense, right? Anyhow, before we go any further, I have to apologize. I take it upon myself. The reason Manny Pacquiao lost was because I, the Goose, during my pre-fight programs, failed to deliver on what? Yes, coffee with the Goose. We're going to avoid that mistake this time. Anyhow, we've got some great boxing news to come here in a second, but we've got to have our coffee, okay? That was where we missed out on that Pacquiao fight. My coffee, as you know, very strong, like my opinion, very sweet, oh so sweet. Got some creamer in there to make it sweet, just like me. All right, here we go. This is our first real post-fight program after Manny lost the welterweight title, the WBA welterweight title, to Yordenis Ugas of Cuba. And hats off to Ugas. What a great champion, what a great guy representing his countrymen. And, you know, we all have a great deal of respect for the Cuban people, very strong, very resilient people. They've been through a lot, especially recently. And good for them and good for Yordenis Ugas. What a great performance he delivered, defeating the legend Manny Pacquiao in Las Vegas. Before we go much further, I want to say thank you to all of you guys for watching, of course, and subscribing to the program. Thanks to the Pacquiao camp. They let us in behind closed doors the last day of training right before the fight. We had a great meeting with those guys, up close and personal with the legend Manny. We got to interview Justin Fortune and Boo Boy, and also Coach Marvin, Mark Magsayo's coach. We'll talk more about Mark in a second. We are so grateful. We've also interviewed Freddie Roach in the past too. Had a great time covering it, and a very passionate, very friendly Filipino crowd supporting Pacquiao behind the scenes. Thanks you guys so much for letting us in and treating us with such love and acceptance, and trusting us to do that. We really appreciate it. We hope there's more to come. Who knows? Anyhow, I watched the post-fight news conference just now as we got back home. One of the questions for Yordenis Ugas was, if Pacquiao, is it in the contract? If Pacquiao wants a rematch, will you honor that? And Ugas, of course, gave the right answer. He always does. He says, 200%, absolutely. Manny's the legend, and if he wants a rematch, we'll do that. Well, be careful, Yordenis Ugas. You know, if Manny does not lose rematches, or at least he's only lost, he's lost, of all his rematches, he's lost one, and that was Marquez, and he beat him a couple times before then anyhow. But if that happens, hey, you know, you never know what'll happen. That's the great thing about sports and boxing and life. You know, it wasn't a loss. The night was not a loss for Filipino boxing fans, even though the first fighter lost. Mark Magsayo came on and delivered a resounding victory against Julio Ceja. And, you know, Mark knocked him down in the first round, and most of us thought, well, this is going to be easy work. But, of course, Ceja's a champion, a tough guy, and he beat Magsayo up for 8 rounds after that. And then came the 10th round. Magsayo looked like he was down and out, but he, after tripping and almost falling, was embarrassed. And again, I'll repeat what I said last night. You don't embarrass a fighter, a guy with a fighting spirit like Magsayo. He came on and knocked Ceja out cold. It was a vicious knockout and scary. And again, we hope Ceja is okay recovering from that. Me and my great producer Jude are very happy. Even though it was a loss for Manny, that's our life does not revolve around any the fortunes of any one person. We hope again, like I said at the beginning of the program, that today's a new day and the future's always bright, right? It's all your future and your fortune is what you make of it. And, if Manny decides to fight again, we'll be behind him. And hopefully, having the inside track now and having laid the foundation for interviews with his supporting team will be at his side and at his back again. Even if that doesn't happen, we've laid the groundwork, as I said, forgive me for repeating that phrase, with the Pacquiao camp, Manny Pacquiao Promotions. We interviewed Coach Marvin, the trainer of Mark Magsayo, and we will talk with him again, I am sure. And we hope to talk with Magsayo himself. We'll do an interview. I'm confident of that. There's your future for Filipino boxing fans. Mark Magsayo, what a great young fighter, undefeated. I believe is now 23-0 with 16 KOs. Tough kid, and he's got a very bright boxing future ahead of him. We hope and we're confident we will interview him. And also John Real Casimero, the other great up-and-coming Filipino boxing star. He's another guy you don't want to face in the ring. He's very intimidating. And that great Japanese fighter, Inoue, may be next on his hit list. That would be a great fight as well. So two, Filipino fighters, there are many good ones in the ranks, but two in particular, in my humble opinion, Magsayo and Casimero. So we're confident we'll talk to those guys. And we also laid some more foundation as we talked with Bob Lyon of the Manny Pacquiao Foundation, the great organization that helps poor people and the down and out, not just in the Philippines, but all over the world. And they have a great supporting cast. One of them is a former opponent of Pacquiao, and that is a former champion himself, David Diaz. Remember him? Yeah, he's from Chicago, the Chicago area, and he's also helping with the Manny Pacquiao Foundation. We already chatted with him on the phone, and I believe this week we will set up an interview with David Diaz. So we've got a lot of great things to come. I've received some comments, some smart aleck comments. We always get a couple of those. That doesn't bother me. Well, what are you guys going to do after Pacquiao? It's all you do is Pacquiao, which is not true, of course. But the future is bright, and we have plans to continue. We've laid a great foundation with our program, Coffee with a Goose. We've only been around a couple years. We have over 60,000 subscribers. Thanks to you guys. And the future is bright. Oh, one more thank you. And that at the MGM Grand, we had an opportunity at the weigh-in to meet a lot of our viewers, almost all of them Filipino, of course. What a great crowd. A lot of them took pictures with us, did interviews with us, shook a lot of hands, shared a lot of laughs, and what a great, joyful group. And we're glad to make friends with all of you guys, and we look forward to making more friends. And again, a great, bright future in store for all of us, right? All right, that's it for this edition of Coffee with a Goose. It's been a crazy week as my producer Jude and I were in Las Vegas. We had already, I believe, before the last Pacquiao fight, Keith Thurman, we were in LA and interviewed Freddie Roach and Justin Fortune. And they're great people, very welcoming and accommodating. And so this is actually our second Pacquiao camp that we've attended. And we, hopefully will attend more if he decides to continue his legendary boxing career. Manny Pacquiao, again, coming off a loss. It's not his first loss, so this is, it's not his first rodeo at the hands of Yordenis Ugas at Las Vegas, the T-Mobile Arena. A resounding victory for Ugas, the great Cuban boxer. He is the WBA welterweight champion of the world. Congratulations to him. And, Manny will soldier on. He's a great fighter, a great human being. And he's already been through much tougher times than this, so he'll bounce back, I'm sure, in his own way. That's it for this edition of Coffee with the Goose. You guys, many, many thanks. Again, the number of subscribers keeps growing. We're very thankful. And Jude, who is the real brains behind the operation, continues to do great work. He and I have developed a wonderful friendship over the last couple of years, and we look forward to many more great shows to come. Thanks again for watching. This is Coffee with the Goose, and we will talk to you guys again. Take care.